Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? Please let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. Sincerely want to hear from you. Let me know. Here in West Virginia, it is We go on lockdown tonight at 8 p.m., which is like a couple hours away from the time I'm recording this, and it is a stay-at-home order. What that means is that unless you are part of an essential business, you're not supposed to go to work, you're not supposed to go out unless you're grocery shopping or going to get medicines or taking care of elderly, and that's about it. And how long this is going to last, we don't know, but I'm a state employee, so I can't say a whole lot about the situation because all I'm allowed to do as a state employee is talk about facts and not talk about feelings when it comes to the way that the government handles things. We've had an update from our governor every day, well, Saturday, Monday, and today, and every time he speaks, it seems like there's a plan. That's all I'm going to say, right? And it seems like maybe what we're doing here in West Virginia is going to help. We did have yesterday confirmed cases in the town that I work in. And those confirmed cases, sadly, are at a nursing home where 4 residents and 2 staff members were confirmed. We also have, today we talked about the Myelin Pharmaceuticals plant, which is right next door to where I work. They manufacture all sorts of generic pharmaceuticals. They have spun up the manufacturing of a medicine that I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that supposedly has had positive effects on COVID-19. It was a small test done in France, like 20 people. So I guess this is a malaria drug, but it's an antiviral, and it seems to help. So Myelin is pumping those out. Other than that, things here have been things here. I forgot to mention yesterday, when we talked about my printmaking excursions this weekend, which, by the way, I still have prints available for sale if you're interested. I've got 5 available out of the initial print run are available on my on yesterday's video. I'll leave a link here too in the description if you want to buy one. $5 and I'll ship it to you. Whatever I don't sell of those 5, I'll give away to friends. So it's your only chance to get the first edition of this print. But I did a live stream on Saturday. Just kind of turned the camera on and talked and showed my garage a little bit, the shed, showed some printmaking process, talked a little bit about that. And I got a package today, which I think was a direct result of that. I'm positive I know what's in this package, and I feel like there's more packages to come because after I got done with the recording on Saturday, I talked about these tools that I bought at Michael's and how not great they are. I've since sharpened them. They're good. They're okay. These are okay. I'm going to continue to use these for a while. But after I got done talking on Saturday's video, I added some stuff to my Amazon wish list. And I have a feeling I know who sent this, and I know what's in this bag. But I added a set of flex cut tools, and I talked about that on the show, or on the stream, that I was looking at these flex cut tools. They're expensive, but the nice thing about them is they come with a strop for these blade sizes. And when I get them, I'll show that to you because they're not here. What is in here is some ink. The ink that I used this week to do these prints is water-based, and I've heard people say that they prefer, for a professional print, they prefer oil-based. And so I added a tube of oil-based ink to try, because I've always wanted to try. Well, not always. I mean, I've been doing this for a couple of weeks now. I've wanted to try oil-based ink, so I got a small little 1.5 ounce tube of oil-based. This is the same company. This is a 2.5 ounce tube of Speedball water-based. This is a small tube of oil-based. That might have been loud for me to try. And I was correct. It says, "Enjoy, brother. Let the creativity flow." So this came from Chris over in California. So thank you. Thank you very much. I can't wait to give this a shot. When I was working with the water-based ink, what you do I don't have the tools down here, but to get ink on this, you've got this big roller and you roll it through the ink on like a piece of glass. And the idea is you just want a really thin deposit of ink. You don't want to soak this with ink because it'll get down into all these low spots and show up on the print. And to some degree, that's not a bad thing. You know, on here you can see there's like quite a bit of kind of bleed through where like the areas that are showing here were supposed to be removed, but I left them on purpose. So, but the water-based ink, when you roll it out that thin, it dries so fast that it just felt like it was vanishing before I could get it off the plate and onto the ink or onto the block. So I had put this on my list along with a set of tools from FlexCut, and then I went to check them on Sunday. I was just going to order them myself, and noticed that they were no longer on my wish list. So I have a feeling that I have another package coming, but with Amazon's delays, I don't know when that'll actually show up. So I'm just kind of holding on buying them myself because I'm pretty sure I added them, and we'll see. That's what I've been up to. Let me know what you've been up to. Let me know if you've been out shopping, if you have been holed up, you know, how you're handling that, and whether you've been doing anything new. I have a new project that I made today that I'll probably put up on Instagram. Oh, and I shared on my website, cheveedodd.com, and on Instagram and on Facebook, a recipe today for bannock, which is a type of fried bread. It can be baked, but it's essentially a soda bread. It uses baking powder instead of yeast, and it's super simple to make. I used to pack it when I was hiking, when I was backpacking. I would pack the dry ingredients because it's just add water and then cook it. And so I made some of that today and put a recipe up on my website and on Instagram for anybody who doesn't have bread right now and they're craving bread. It does pretty well. So yeah, you can go check that out. And pay attention to Instagram for the rest of the week. I'll be putting stuff up there pretty regularly. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow. The word of the day today is aleatory. It's an adjective meaning an action that is unplanned, spontaneous, or spur of the moment rather than deliberately thought out and carefully considered. An outcome that is anything but certain depends on luck, randomness, or chance. Of course you lost the election, Miranda yelled. An aleatory flyby of the seat of your pants campaign is never going to be a recipe for success. Aleatory. A-L-E-A-I. Nope. Aleatory. A-L-E-A-T-O-R-Y.